new safety concerns tonight after the Memphis Safe Task Force announced they arrested a man accused of impersonating one of their own. The task force says the man even flashed a fake TBI badge, and later they learned he doesn't even work there. ABC 24's Ezekiel Telemaco spoke with a veteran law enforcement expert about how to protect yourself and comply with the law if someone pulls you over. Ezekiel.
That's right, Pepper. With the task force using unmarked vehicles for many operations, people tell me that situations like this could happen to anyone. An FBI agent breaks down what you should do if you aren't sure about if the person stopping you is legitimate.
And with so many different law enforcement agencies here, it's hard for law enforcement to tell who's the good guy and who's the bad guy.
Anybody impersonating somebody who you're supposed to trust is despicable.
The Memphis Safe Task Force says 47-year-old Andrew Lee is now in custody after pretending to be a TBI agent. Investigators say they first saw Lee on November 14th driving a silver Toyota Tacoma and picking up a woman before heading to a secluded area. When law enforcement approached the truck, they said that Lee told them that he was with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and even showed what looked like an official badge and identification. But when they later checked with TBI, they learned that Lee never worked there. The task force arrested Lee 2 days later and charged him with criminal impersonation. Because the Memphis Safe Task Force frequently uses unmarked vehicles during operations, many people told me they worry about how to know whether the person pulling them over is real law enforcement. I asked Memphians what they would do if they were pulled over by an unmarked vehicle claiming to be a task force member.
I guess just what I always do if I get pulled over, just try and do what they say, you know. You trust whenever you're getting pulled over that they are who they say they are, so
I would trust them.
To help clear up confusion, I turned to Captain Benny Cobb, a veteran of both the Shelby County Sheriff's Office and the FBI. He says that there is a safe way to verify who you're dealing with.
If you have a suspicion that you may not be dealing with a legitimate law enforcement officer, you want to get on the telephone and call the local police department and tell them, I have somebody here who may or may not be law enforcement. I'm afraid for my safety. They will send a marked police unit to verify that you are dealing with a legitimate law enforcement officer.
The United States U.S. Marshals Service says impersonating an officer puts the public at risk and undermines the trust within law enforcement. If you ever feel unsure about who's pulling you over, make sure to call 911 and ask the dispatch to confirm the traffic stop. Live in studio, I'm Ezekiel Telemaco.